All right, welcome back to 5 on Fridays. Very excited for this one. I'm Brandon Kimbrough, Employee Wellness Coordinator. I've got three very special guests. McKenna, our Healthy Columbus intern, is here with me, as well as Marcus and Jacqueline from Ohio State. And today we are talking about a brand new partnership between the city and Ohio State coming to all employees in January of 2023. I cannot wait to tell you guys more about it. First and foremost, Marcus, Jacqueline, McKenna, how are you guys doing?
Very excited to be here talking about all this cool stuff we have in the works.
Yes, very, very much excited. All right, so let's talk about what these programs are. Mindfulness in Motion, Integrative Nutrition. Marcus, Jacqueline, give us just a high level of what we're talking about with these two.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can start with Mindfulness in Motion. So Mindfulness in Motion is an 8-week program. It is based on resiliency building and working on lowering stress. It focuses on a wide range of topics. So we focus on sleeping, eating, how we perceive ourselves. Each meeting is 1 hour, and it consists of an educational video, a discussion with the people in your group, and also a gentle yoga and stretching meditation practice.
So yeah, functional integrative nutrition is essentially, it's our take on the concept of intuitive eating. There's 10 principles of intuitive eating, and we walk you through those principles on a bi-weekly basis over the course of 6 months, giving you bite-sized pieces of information to really how to take on what we call, it's a mind-body alternative to dieting. It's really going to change your relationship for food. It's going to set you on a path for a healthy lifestyle.
I love it. And I know when we first heard about this program and we decided to start working with you guys, mindfulness and nutrition, I would argue, are two of the harder things for internal wellness programs to be able to tackle. So to be able to partner with experts, prestigious research institution, and let you guys lead our employees through some of those conversations and programs was really exciting to us. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we are offering this program completely free to City of Columbus employees. We're taking the bill and covering the cost so everybody can participate for free. And with that said, McKenna, I'll let you ask them the first question.
Yeah, so with both of these programs, what can one expect by attending these sessions, and maybe like a little example of a typical day-to-day might look like?
Yeah, that's a great question. I can start off. For Mindfulness in Motion, one can expect to come into the program. We'll start off the session with a breath count. We'll then move forward with a didactic or educational video, and that just goes through like the science behind mindfulness, some example studies, and then we do a discussion question. So the discussion question, you'll be with like a group of 15 to 20 people in this session, and it's led by a facilitator, probably Marcus. So he'll lead us through the discussions. The questions like range from talking about like habits, how mindfulness has impacted your life, and everyone gets a chance to share if they would like. And then lastly, we do an experiential video, and that just kind of gives us gentle yoga stretches, it gives us meditations, and it's all centered around like the theme of the week. So for example, if mindful eating is the theme of the week, our meditation and our gentle yoga, it would be on mindful eating. So we would eat a piece of food mindfully together and go through all of that. And then all the science and the education behind it would all be about mindful eating. So the discussion question would be as well. So that's kind of like an example of how a session would go.
Yeah, that's a perfect segue, because essentially what we're doing with the functional integrative nutrition is taking that mindful eating concept, and we are diving deep into it and stretching it out over the course of 12 sessions. There's going to be an actual reading. So there is an intuitive eating book that everybody will get and they'll get access to, and you'll kind of read a portion of that in preparation for each class. And then there's also a workbook that's associated with it. So each class you'll come in, we'll talk about the concept at a high level, review what people got from the readings, what landed with you. We'll go through the workbook, kind of talk about different concepts there, and then we'll just start to really just refine the way we think about food and how we relate to it.
That's exciting. And I know for us, we were really excited to be able to offer the workbook aspect and give people, a little bit of homework and reading materials and some of that. So I'm really excited that that's going to be a part of the program. You guys have been offering this to different employer groups, a variety of different people for many, many years, and have seen great success with both of these programs. But what would you say is the goal that you would set out for someone who goes through these sessions? Do you have like one goal, or is it unique to each person? What do you think is the overarching goal?
Yeah, I think it's unique to each person. Mindfulness is it's a very like individualized individualized practice. It's about yourself. So me practicing mindfulness might be different from Brandon and McKenna and Marcus. So I think the goal is really just to get mindfulness into the motion of your day. And what that looks like could be completely different for everyone that goes through it. And that is perfectly fine because everyone has different jobs, different hobbies. It's all about just getting mindfulness and a little daily practice into your hobbies, your daily routine, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I would say if mindfulness in motion is about sparking your curiosity around mindfulness, I think the functional integrative nutrition is more specifically about changing your relationship with food. We think that there's a healthier way to relate to food, and if you can change that, your whole lifestyle is going to be improved. So we are really targeted about the end result is we want everyone to raise their hand and say, like, my relationship with food has changed for the better. If we think if that happens, all the health ramifications from that will just come in a matter of time.
Yeah, that's really, really awesome.
So we're going to segue into another question here. So why do you think it's so important for someone to be mindful when it comes to the foods we eat?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think mindfulness is really important just for our daily lives because we're never going to change the amount of stress that we have. Our jobs stress not going to change. Our kids or our family's stress never going to change. However, what mindfulness helps us do is it helps us change how we react to that stress. And so if we can find a way to, take a pause before responding to an email, take a pause before getting up or working with our kids, that can really make a huge difference in our lives.
To piggyback on that, I think food is such a through line through our lives. Like it's habitual, it's ritual to a certain extent. And I think we have to take a step back and appreciate the relationship that we have with it. Are we engaging because we need some fuel, because we're hungry? Are we engaging because we need it for its health benefits, where food is medicine? Are we doing it for a social aspect? You think about the strongest memories in your life, I promise you food was probably a part of that equation because it brings in all five of the senses. So why not embrace the fact that food has that type of power in our lives and leverage it for our good and not have this combative, contentious relationship with food? It's not necessary.
No, that makes so much sense. I know that it fits really nicely the philosophy that you guys have into the benefits and wellness programs at the city believe in. I think we're really in lockstep with you guys philosophically about how we want to approach and educate employees on that relationship. And I'm excited. I'm really excited for people to be able to engage with these programs and participate. We talked a little bit about the length of them, but what can we look forward to after attending these sessions? Is there some sort of follow-up? What's the 6, 12, 18-month outlook after the fact when you're in these programs? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple different things that happen like after the program. The first is hopefully you should experience like a change in yourself. So you might notice that you change how you react to stress or how mindful you are about certain tasks that you have to do every day. So that can definitely extend 6, 12 months beyond the program, just based on like the techniques that we teach you and the meditations that we give you. Also, you are able to, after the program, you're able to download some of the practices on the website that we use that assist us with the program. So you can download some of those practices and continue to use those. In addition, we also send out little mindful moment emails every week to people that have gone through the program. And so those are just like a weekly reminder for you to just kind of like check in, see how you're doing, see how mindfulness is impacting you. And so hopefully you should experience some individualized benefits long term. That's just our hope is to, keep learning and keep experiencing those benefits.
Yeah, the research shows that 6 months, a year follow-up, there's still some benefits from just that introductory 8 weeks. And I think that's the through line there. There's this residual benefit that'll happen from fully engaging in the program during that time. And then from there, we'll just hit you with many doses of refresher just to bring it top of mind so you can continue to reap those benefits and then share them and pass them along. Because that's the thing, we're trying to create the momentum to make this thing become contagious. It's just a part of all of our lifestyles. It's how we live life.
Turning it into a healthy lifestyle behavior change versus just a 8-week, 10-week program that you engage with and then forget about. Also, another big piece of why we cared and wanted to partner with you guys on this. I can tell you that starting in January of 23, we'll be offering the first few cohorts into each of these different sessions. Our hope is to offer this many, many more times. And judging off the interest survey that we sent out to employees, over 215 employees responded, raising their hand saying they wanted to take advantage of this. So So my hope is that this really catches fire for the employee population and people enjoy the programs, and we continue to offer it year over year. So depending on when you're watching this, we may or may not have all of our spots filled, but if you're interested and you're trying to get into the program, you can always reach out to the Benefits and Wellness office. Let us know you're interested. We'll either get you the registration information, maybe put you on a wait list if this is really taking off. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But honestly, guys, that's all I have for us today. Thank you so much for your time. I know we're really excited to get this off and running. We appreciate this partnership and look forward to seeing it grow and thrive into the future. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.